Yeah, speaking of like kind of traps, I guess. Like, what are so a lot of things you've spoken out against crypto. I know I'm not a crypto fan. I lost $2,000 in crypto, just like every one of my friends did when it first came out, right? Like NFTs, things like that kind of pop up that really, they're almost, to me, some of them seem like the modern day pyramid scheme in a way.
The emu farm.
Yeah. It's a lot of emu farms, baby. Why are more people falling susceptible to these types of things, do you think?
We always have. That's human nature. We're wired by God to look for the shortest path, to look for optimum, to look for the best, the quickest, the easiest. And there's nothing wrong with that. That makes our lives better because we create inventions and things that make our lives better. That very wiring created the automobile or created the iPhone or created things that make our lives better. And so that's a good wiring. But where it gets off track is where we think we can short circuit a proven process, and it causes you to jump from investor to speculator. An investor is always the crockpot. They're always the long play. They're always saying, okay, I'm going to invest in mutual funds. I don't care what the stock market did this year. I'm thinking, what's it going to be in 20 years? What's it going to be in 15 years? And how am I going to be doing? And so I'm thinking long term. The speculator needs a quick flip. And so Bitcoin has never really been about investing. It's a speculation. It's a short-term play. No one bought that and said, in 20 years, this is going to look brilliant.
Yeah.
No one did. They all thought quick money, easy money. No one flips houses with nothing down that they saw on TikTok, quick flip. When a builder even builds a home that they're not custom building, they call it a spec house. It means speculation. They're speculating that they're going to sell that house. It's a short-term play. They're not building that house in that subdivision hoping to sit on it 10 years. They're building it hoping to sit on it 10 days.
Right.
And so it's speculation. So where you get confused, where you mess up is where you can fall into scams and get rich quick and violate basic investing principles is when you move from investing, which is long-term mentality, to speculation, which is quick hit. I want quick money, quick money, easy money. And that's that wiring, that's positive wiring gone astray, become toxic. And so, in a sense, that's what happened to me when I went broke in real estate, because I was buying houses. I was doing flip this house before Chip and Joanna were born, and so that's what we were getting it. And I've owned like 2,000 houses in my life, so I was churning them, man. But I was doing it on 90-day notes, short-term notes, because I was not buying them as a long-term play. I was buying them, fix them, and flip them. And the bank got sold to another bank. They look up and they can call my notes in 90 days. So they called $1.2 million in 90 days, and it crashed me. And so, because I was a speculator, I wasn't an investor. Now, I would have told you I was a real estate investor.
Right.
But the actual definition of the term investor means longer term horizon, long window. And so if it's, thank God it's Friday, oh God it's Monday. If I got to move it this calendar year or in the next 2 calendar years to make money on it, then, you're playing the roulette wheel. You're playing Texas Hold'em. That's speculation. You're gambling then. And that's a different thing. It's okay if you want to do some of that, but quit calling it investing, because then it causes you to put too dadgum much money in it because you lose your butt then. And that's where you get scammed, is you're looking for something for nothing quick, a quick turn, double my money fast, because I don't think I can get there long term. So I'm so desperate and so scared, so fearful, so greedy that I got to get it right now. And that's what I was doing. And it worked. I got $1 million worth of stuff, but I didn't keep it because I built a house of cards.
I put money into kind of T-bills. I'm kind of a safe.
It's you. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know who it was. It was you. Okay.
Because there's a lot of me. I don't trust the stock market that much. I feel like it's so manipulated these days. I feel like there's like darker forces that are like, you can use the media to control it and can create articles to affect how the market goes. So that's kind of like. So I prefer something like a T-bill or something like that. That's just like a safe, know what it's going to be pretty much.
Well, there's always been falsehood and manipulation in the market. There's always been, to a degree.
Do you think it's still a safe place for people to invest?
I do. I've got millions and millions of dollars in mutual funds. So the way to offset that is, number one, if you don't, I believe it's there. I believe it's a very small percentage and I don't know where it is exactly. I can't point and say that guy, that one, that girl, that thing right there. I don't know exactly where it is. But, I mean, is there people that fluff the thing? Absolutely, they fluff it. Absolutely. Is there people that, that right before the news article goes out, they sell their stuff, insider trading? It happens all the time. Sometimes they get caught and go to jail. It's illegal. But does it happen? Oh, it's common practice. Is it so widespread that it makes the investment improper or imprudent? No, I don't believe that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be investing. So I invest. So if I'm in a mutual fund, I'm in 90 to 200 different stocks. And it's stuff that you drive by every day. It's McDonald's or Home Depot or Dell Computer or Apple or Exxon or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's in that
Rooms to go or whatever.
All that. And so in those 90 to 200, is there some percentage of that problem going on? Yeah, there is. Some percentage, but not enough that it... In general, those 90 to 200 companies, I'm spread out wide enough, diversified. I'm spread out enough that I'm catching all the good, and it's more than offsetting the falsehood that's out there, and it's more than offsetting that. So as Home Depot makes more money, then I'm participating. As whoever, Apple, makes more money, then I'm participating because I'm one of the owners of the company, tiny little bit, when I own, in that 90 to 200 stocks. So that's how I don't buy single stocks, mainly because they're higher risk and much more volatile, and you're much more prey to what if that was the company that was screwing around?
Yeah.
Then boom, you bet the whole dadgum farm on that one horse race, and that guy fell out. No, we're not doing that. So I don't like that much risk. So I like the diversification of mutual funds. That's where all my retirement is. It's what we recommend, what we teach. So I only do two kinds of investing. I buy real estate that I pay cash for, and I buy mutual funds.
But yeah, there's no easy way to it.
Well, I mean, the T-bill, what you're talking about, that's, you buy it and you forget it. They send you a check. It's not as big a check, but there's no hassle.
Yeah.
Mutual funds, a little more risk because you're in there with all these companies. There could be something going on. Even if you're in 90 to 200 and limited the risk by spreading it out, you still got more risk than you would in a T-bill, but you're going to make a little more. Yeah. You want a little more hassle? Go in real estate. You're going to make a little more. So you don't want to be, I try to just say it's a risk-return ratio. If I'm going to take some risk and have some hassle, I want some extra money for that.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the stress it causes. It's like, do I want to be? Because I'll notice, like some stocks is too much stress for me because I'll check them too much and I don't like it. And then it's like I've spent 30 minutes of my day dang checking stocks, and that's money time I could have just had doing my work.
I buy a mutual fund, set it and forget it. I don't even know what the market has done this year.
Wow.
And I do this for a living.
Wow.
I don't keep up with it. Because I'm not betting on this week. I'm saying, okay, look at what the stock market has done since 1980, since 1990, since 2012. Look at what I would have made if I'd have put $10,000, what it would have made. And that's how I'm playing it, is the long haul, the long play.
Wow. God.
Well, there it is, 1992, $1,000 would have turned into $5,000.
Was there ever a stock that you bought, Dave, where you were like, man, I wish I would have held on to that? That you just remember, like even when you were younger, was there one?
No, I never bought single stocks ever. The only dumb thing I did is I bought gold one time. This buddy of mine, again, these buddies in my 20s, he was making money, and he had this gold guy that we could buy options on gold, which we don't even buying the gold, just buying the right to buy the gold. And he said he put in $5,000, and if it goes up, the option goes from $5K to $50K. I'm gonna 10x my money. And 14 times in a row, this guy had hit. Wow. And you put it in, and I'm like, he had predicted, and he said, okay, we need to go in right now and put 5,000. I dropped $5,000 in there. 15th time he didn't hit. It's all or nothing. So I lost the whole 5,000. And no sign of 50, right? None. Yeah. So I'm done.
You think it was a pyramid scheme or not?
No, it's an option. That's how options work. It's just it's an uber high risk situation. It's super crazy. It was just gambling. I mean, it's just gambling.
To somebody that's starting out right now, they're just starting out in the world. They got their first couple of jobs. They just got out of college. How much money do they need to save if they want to have some freedom in the future? What do you tell them, Dave?
Well, the first thing we tell them is get out of debt. everything but the house, and then have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. We call it the baby steps. There they are. And so once you're at baby step 3 and you have 3 to 6 months of expenses, you don't have any payments but a house payment.
So you save 3 to 6 months. You have savings to pay off for 3 to 6 months in case something happens.
Exactly. It's a rainy day fund. It's not a I want a bass boat. It's a rainy day fund. It's not a I need a new couch. It's a rainy day fund. You don't touch that. If you're going to buy something else, you save up and pay for it. Then, but to answer your question, baby step 4 is invest 15% of your income. When you don't have any payments except a house payment, you can save 15% of your income. And the average household income in America right now is $72,000 a year. If you save 15% of $72,000 from 30 to 65, you're going to have about $5 million in your mutual funds. So
say that again.
So if I'm like 5x wrong, you're still a millionaire. Shut up. You know. So you really can't screw this up. It's like, but you can screw it up because you live in America and you can get a $1,200 car payment for a freaking car you can't afford to impress people at a stoplight who don't even care about you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we do instead. Or I need another truck, you know, or I need another whatever. I mean, I'm the same guy. But, yeah, so then we save for kids' college. 6 is what your stepdad did. We pay off the house early in 11 years. By the way, oddly enough, 11 years is the average millionaire that paid off their houses in 11 years, 11.2 years in the study that we were talking about earlier. So
that's one of the things that people did to become millionaires.
Yeah, they walked right. We call them baby steps millionaires. They walked right up this. They get their house paid off in an average of 11 years. Some of them 7 years, some of them 14, but an average of 11.
Wow.
And then when you don't have a house payment, dude, I mean, that's $2,000-3,000 a month.
Oh yeah, dude.
You got bank to be generous with, bank to be investing, and
you can take a bath.
You're stacking cash.
You can relax at your house and get in the bathtub.
Stacking cash. That's it. That's
God, maybe that's what I want. You can I'll buy a dang bird bath and sit in that thing. If I'm debt free, I'll sit in the front yard in there and use some just soap up.